Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rogut, and this is my rant. We believe in the diversity of thought here, and I encourage you, if you liked the video today, hit the like button, and if you didn't like it, if you don't like my face, if you don't like what I'm saying, anything, even if you're just mad at your dog, just smash the dislike button. I won't be offended, my feelings won't be hurt. Alright, let's get into it. Today's topic is a fun geography-themed video. It's called the Top 7 Continents, because I know top 10, 7, 5 videos are pretty trendy on YouTube still, so I thought I'd sell out early. So, number 7, we got Antarctica. The reason I put Antarctica dead last is because, you know, it's the bottom of the world, it's kind of small, it's very cold, you know, there's the penguins, so it got something going for it. A lot of science and stuff happens down there with all the observatory research stations and stuff like that, but other than that, it's not really that cool. It's very cold. No one really talks about it a lot. At least I don't think people talk about it a lot. But the one thing, another cool thing about it, it has a cool peninsula that comes up like that, that's kind of close to the southern tip of South America. That's cool. I like that. So, that's why Antarctica is dead last, because it's not really that cool. Well, it is cool, but not in the, like, rad way. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, so Australia comes in at number 6. The reason I put Australia at number 6, not last, is because, you know, it's got some cool things going for it. It's got the Sydney Opera House, some cool cities along the east southern coast of Australia. It's got kangaroos and Kangaroo Jack, stuff like that. A lot of desert. And yeah, it's some of my favorite bands are from there. A couple of our Stand Atlantic, Trophy Eyes. Check those bands out if you like, you know, alternative stuff. They're really cool. And yeah, Australia is really cool. I like Australia. So that's why it's number 6. Alright, so number 5 is going to be huge continent, Africa. Yeah, so Africa's coming in at number 5. They got a lot of cool stuff there. You know, South Africa, their economy's doing good. You know, they got Madagascar, you know, all the animals from the New York Zoo. They went there and they met the lemurs and everything. And then we got Somalia, you know, got the pirates, so, you know, if you ever want to be a pirate still, you go to Somalia, then, you know, you'll always find a job there. And then, you know, you got Egypt, you got the pyramids, which is really cool, the Sphinx and the Nile River, and really cool history with the Nile River. And then that's about it. Africa's really cool. It's basically where the human race started, basically, you know, where we, you know, came out of the trees and then went to Europe and Asia and everything like that. So, yeah, Africa's really cool. It's really big. And, yeah, it's hot, and it has trees and the Lion King. Okay, so, number 4, coming in, South America, Africa's little brother, like I call it. If you guys know the history of the continents and how they drifted, a lot of people think South America was connected to Africa at some point, and I believe that because it looks like they fit. I'm cheating. I'm looking at a map right now. So, yeah, so South America's pretty cool. It's got Chile. It's got some cool mountain ranges around there. Brazil's really cool because of Fast and the Furious, like Fast 5, I think they were there, and they were doing a bunch of cool stuff, and The Rock was chasing Vin Diesel. It was really cool. Then, yeah, so Brazil overall as a country, their economy is improving, it's growing and stuff like that, so I'm happy for that. You got the Amazon there, too, that's cool. And then, you know, got Venezuela. Hugo Chavez used to be the dude running the place, but now it's like communist, and it's like going down the toilet. Whee! So, that is South America in a nutshell. It's really cool. It's, yep, so that's why I put it at number 4. And on number 3, coming in at Asia. I think it's the biggest continent, hopefully. So it's got tons of places like India, China, you know, Japan, the Koreas, and then, you know, Russia's massive. It takes up the whole continent this way, and then a little bit of Europe. And then between China and Russia's Mongolia. Mongolia's sick. It's a beautiful country. It's, you know, it's where Attila the Hun came from way back in the day. And then you got all the stands. You know, you got Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, and Azerbaijan, or something like that. And, yeah, those are all the stands. They're all pretty interesting. Some of them are kind of like Soviet satellite states. I don't really know what Russia does with some of them now, but I'm pretty sure Russia could just do whatever at this point. So yeah, Asia's really cool. That's what I put it at number 3 because it has a lot going on there. A lot of advancement came from Asia and stuff like that. And an interesting thing about Russia is that, you know, most of its inhabitants live in the closest to Europe quarter of the country, and that's where most of the population density is in Russia. Everything else is like swamps, mountains, and gulags and stuff like that. So, alright, so coming in at number 2, we have North America. The reason I put North America at number 2 is because we have Canada, the United States, and Mexico. I mean, enough said. No, I'm kidding. So, you got Canada on the Trailer Park Boys, you know, Ricky, Bubbles, and Julian. And then they live in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and they're real people, by the way. And Canada's got a lot of cool things like Niagara Falls, Montreal, stuff like that. A lot of cool places in Canada, like nice people, good healthcare system. Here, not so much. So, you know, so United States, I love my country. I love where I live. I'm from New England, and it's a great place. And no country's perfect, but I really like the history and like the history of the continent and stuff like that. In Mexico, we got a lot of cool stuff going on down there too. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the Aztecs are from South America, but I'll just whatever. We can pretend I edited it in the right place. So, yep, that's why North America comes in at number 2. We got the beauty of Alaska and stuff like that. A lot of wilderness and stuff like that. Trees. A lot of interesting places in North America to visit, I have to say. I can't wait to visit. A bunch of places. Alright, so coming in at number 1, we got Europe. Europe comes in at number 1 because it is smaller. It has a bunch of countries, a lot of countries that are smaller, and it's a lot of history in that region. You got Portugal, Spain, France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, Switzerland. You know, you got the Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary, Romania. You got the Ukraine, which is kind of Russia, but still, it's the Ukraine. You got Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Iceland. Iceland's beautiful. Their tourism industry has been growing and growing for the past 10 years. You got, of course, the UK, Ireland, and stuff like that. Mediterranean Sea, Greece. I forgot to mention the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. Really cool bodies of water in Asia and Europe. It's just, I really like the history in Europe, and I like, you know, the progression of what has happened in the last 500 years and stuff like that. So it's a really, if you like history, I mean, Europe is basically, you know, where it all began, kind of. Debatable. Alright, so that's basically my list and why I put them there. Some funny reasons, some real reasons. And then there's going to be a bonus. There's going to be 2 more continents that you didn't really know about. So India technically is its own subcontinent. It's connected to Asia, but it used to be its own continent when the continents were like drifting way back. And a cool thing I learned is that New Zealand, I'm sure you guys know New Zealand because of some recent news that happened there, and then also I think the Lord of the Rings were filmed there? I think so. And basically New Zealand, there's actually a continent about 3 or 4 times the size of what we see as those islands today, but as the sea levels rose, the rest of the continent kind of went under the water. So it used to be pretty big. It used to almost be the size of Australia. So it's really cool. I think if you go to a YouTube channel called Wendover Productions, I love watching them. They have like great educational stuff and interesting things to learn about a bunch of different industries and sciences and history and stuff like that. And they go really into depth with it. It's really cool. But it's New Zealandia, so check that out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this funny, stupid video, and I'll see you next time. See you later.